Hello, and welcome to PCast Live by Pocket Marketing Group. My name is Andy, and in this lesson, we're going to learn how to add mapping and wayfinding features to our P cards. Mapping and wayfinding, or something we call breadcrumbing, is an easy and powerful way to help people get to your store or find your specific location. Whether you're a realtor having an open house, a retailer inside of a large mall, or a curator of a large museum or gallery, and you just want to make it easy for people to find the bathrooms, the elevators and escalators, or the cafeteria, mapping and wayfinding is a great way to use PCast and P cards to help people find their way. Let's get started by opening a browser window and logging into the PCast Pocket Broadcast dashboard. We're working with P cards, so we're going to select Markdown cards from the menu on the left. And for this lesson, we're going to use a blank P card. So let's click the blue plus create button in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to add a title, directions to our store, for the P card. And remember, P card titles are never longer than 40 characters. And then I'm going to click on the blank section in the body area where I'm going to add the mapping feature. I'm going to start by adding the text. Click here to find us. Now at this time, I'm going to open a second browser window, and I'm going to go to the mapping solution that I like to use. For you, it might be MapQuest, it might be Google Maps. There are literally hundreds of online mapping tools that allow you to create maps and turn-by-turn directions, and any one of them is easy to integrate with your P-card solution. Right now, I'm going to use MapQuest. I'm going to click on Directions, and I'm a realtor who wants to give directions from the entrance to a neighborhood right to the front door of my open house. The current location is the address of the neighborhood entrance, and then the destination is the address of my open house. I'm going to click on View Route Directions, and I now have the quick, easy, turn-by-turn step directions from the main road leading into the neighborhood right to the front door of my open house. I'm going to take my cursor and click on the address bar of my browser, and then right-click and copy the entire web address. I'm now going to return to where I'm building my P card. I'm going to highlight the text I added, click here to find us, and then I'm going to use the Add Link button that we talked about a few lessons ago. I'm going to click on the link to this URL, right-click, and paste the URL of my map. I click the Add button, and I'm done. Using the Preview tool, I can see that I've added a hotspot or a button that says click here to find us, and when a user clicks, they get the turn-by-turn directions right to the front door of my open house. Now, we know how to make it work. Now let's make it look great. I'm going to delete what I just did and start over, but this time I'm going to use a custom button. I'm going to go to the feature that we talked about, Upload Image, click on the Upload Image button, and drag a button that I created right into the drop zone. Click on the field that says Link the image to a URL, right-click my mouse, and paste the URL to my map. I click the Upload button, and PCast does everything else for me. When I preview it, I now see I have a beautiful custom button with my fonts, my colors, a custom icon of my choosing, and when I click it, there's my turn-by-turn directions right to my open house. If you're using MapQuest, you can even show them a map from where they are to where you want them to be. Now, that's mapping and wayfinding using digital maps, where people are navigating from one distinct address to another. What about when you want to help them find their way within the same address? Let's say we're the curator of a large museum, and we want to make it easy for people to find their way from one site inside the museum to another. Now, we don't have two different addresses because both spots are inside the same building. In a situation like this, we're just going to build step-by-step directions using the list function in our P cards. Remember this button from a few lessons ago where we could add a numbered list? Go ahead and click on it. And let's say we want to give directions from anywhere on the second floor of our art gallery to the restrooms on the second floor. We might have directions, step 1, go to the main hallway, turn to face the large brass sculpture, walk towards the sculpture, and the bathrooms are on the left. We may have a different set of directions if they're in a different part of the gallery, but using something as simple as step-by-step, walk-by-walk, turn-by-turn directions, we can help people get from one location at an address to a different location inside the same address. We call this breadcrumbing. And then finally, we can utilize the latitude and longitude mapping system that defines each unique space on the entire globe. Again, there are a number of free online tools. I like to use one called GPS GeoPlaner that allows me to define beginning and ending points according to latitude and longitude. Let's say you are a storekeeper inside of a large multi-level mall. The entrance to the mall has one latitude and longitude, and your store has a different latitude and longitude, two separate and easily definable locations within the same address. The same way we used MapQuest or Google Maps to define two different addresses, use the free tool of your choice to define two separate locations by latitude and longitude. Get the maps on screen, and as we did before, copy the address, and then paste that address by attaching the URL to text or a picture, a graphic, inside of your P-card. It's that easy. Mapping and wayfinding for realtors, for vendors, for store owners, for anybody who wants to help people find their store, and for anybody who wants to turn walk-by traffic into walk-in traffic is easy with the PCast P-card solution. That's it for this lesson. Have fun PCasting.